Okay, welcome to your modular summative observation, which is all around the training techniques and methods. So already on a couple of these webinars, I've explained how you're going to have to submit some video assessments. So again, this is another video assessment you'll have to submit to your tutor or assessor. Or if possible, we'll try and get you into an assessment centre so a tutor can physically watch you do it. However, the video submission will be a little bit quicker and potentially a little bit more efficient. So during the course, your assessor will observe you instructing a selection of following training techniques. So this particular section will be slightly different to your one-on-one personal training program. So your one-on-one personal training program has to be delivered specifically for your client and what your client's goals, needs, and wants are. This particular observation is to see your current understanding on advanced approaches. Now, these approaches may not be suitable for some clients as beginners who have a very young training age, but they may be more than applicable for people who are potentially intermediate or advanced trainers. Now, all your training techniques and methods are highlighted in your manual. Again, that is what the whole hub of your information. So training methods and techniques. Throughout this chapter, it will take you through some of the popular advanced approaches to resistance training, cardiovascular training, and stretching. So such things like pyramids, for instance, maybe a choice of yours that you want to deliver. Supersets as an example. I'm sure some of you are fairly familiar with these advanced approaches. So again, use the manual as a key hub for all that information. And as you will see back on the LAP, we're sort of looking for you to have planned 3 different cardiovascular training techniques, 4 different resistance training techniques, and 3 flexibility training techniques. Okay, so you're planning 3 CV, 4 resistance training, I'll show you an example in a second, and 3 flexibility techniques. So where you plan that, like everything else, is straight into your case study portfolio, training techniques. Now, as you can see here, as I mentioned, we have planned 3 CV approaches, so fartlek, low intensity, steady state, and some interval based training. Having a look there, and we've planned those, what the time frame are, what the intensity is, and a couple of notes. So there's 3 planned CV approaches there. We've planned some resistance training exercises, so supersets. He's decided to plan in here. Drop sets, pyramids, negative. So he's planned those, what the exercise is, what the equipment is, what the sets and reps and rest will be, and any potential notes. So a note here could be maybe a spot is required on your negative eccentric training, and the real emphasis needs to be on the eccentric portion of the lift. So we've planned 4 resistance aspects there. And then in the flexibility techniques, we've planned some varying techniques such as static stretching, developmental stretching, proprioceptive, neuromuscular facilitation type stretching, banded distractions. There's a whole range of flexibility techniques, and we've planned 3 flexibility techniques in there. So that on the portfolio will allow you to plan all the elements required as back into the LAP. So it allows you to plan the 3 CV, the 4 resistance, and the 3 flexibility training techniques. What you're actually going to be assessed on is this little section at the bottom here. So you're actually going to be assessed, or you're going to have to video yourself coaching 1 of your CV approaches, 2 of the advanced resistance approaches, and 1 of the flexibility techniques. So as an example, if this was my portfolio and I'd planned this in here, I would deliver the low intensity steady state. There's my 1 CV, and I'd have to film and video myself performing this. I would deliver my supersets, and I would deliver my drop sets. So there's my 2 resistance approaches I will be assessed on. And then finally, I will video myself teaching my client or assisting my client with some PNF stretching, and there will be my 1 flexibility technique. Now, if you have a look back into the LAP or on my screen, This gives you the advanced methods we can choose from, and all that information again is within those manuals like I've shown you. And that will be the criteria the assessor is observing you on and marking you on. So as you can see, as an example for my assessment, my CV1, I will video myself performing my low intensity, or video myself coaching my low intensity steady state. I would video myself coaching my supersets that I planned, the drop sets that I planned, and the PNF that I've planned. And then once you've submitted your video, your assessor will watch those advanced approaches and fill in this criteria here and give you some feedback and questions below there. So all the information, as always, for this section is in the training systems techniques here as part of your LAP, and all the information is there that is required. You will plan your systems within the portfolio, as we have done with the majority of things, underneath the training techniques section. And then you will need to submit a video of you delivering one CV approach, 2 resistance approaches, such as your supersets and drop sets, and one of those flexibility techniques, such as PNF. I hope that makes sense, and I wish you the best of luck in coaching your partner on these training techniques. Cheers.